A multidocs is one of the most versatile functions within Postal Methods. Not only can you use this for one document, but you can also divide up one file into multiple documents for mailing. Now, as we go into multidocs, the first thing you might want to do is enter a description. This is so that later on you can find this particular set of documents or document within your Postal Methods account. You want to give it something that's a unique name that if you look for it later, you'll be able to find it. Now, I'm just going to give it today's date, and then I'm going to browse for a file that I have. So now that I have the file, I'm going to click on Next Step. On this next step, it's going to give you a preview of your first page of your document. This is where you're going to move these boxes so that they're actually highlighting the return address and the send to address for this document. Now, if the address already falls within these boxes, then you don't need to move them. But if, like on this document, it's not, then you're going to click on it and you're going to move it to cover up the address. Now I'm clicking on the red box and then I'm moving it to where it covers up the send to address. And over here to our right, we have our options whether you want to print in black and white, in color, print on one side or on both sides, and if you'd like to have a reply envelope or use perforated paper. Now I'm going to leave all this way and click on Next Step. Now, this is a section where you can select the identifier that will help divide up your documents, and you have three different ways. I'm going to go through each one of these, but when you're processing your document and going through Multidoc, you want to make sure to just select one. So first select manually. This brings up your documents here. Each page on the left-hand side. And you can set that this is the start of one document, and then you can say that one is the end of the document. So now it has one document. And then this is the start, and then this is the end. So now we have two documents here. So we can see right there. So that's one way to do it. The other way is by the number of pages in each set. So when you click on the number of pages, then down below it, you have a plus sign. So you can see I have a total of 6 pages. So I know each set has 3 pages each. So document 1 is page 1 through 3. Document 2 is pages 4 through 6. Now, the last option that you have is to use a first page identifier, which allows you to highlight something in a particular position that is that way on all of the first page documents. So then, it has to be the same item in the same wording on each first page. And if you want to make sure that you actually want to make sure you don't choose an image to be your identifier because the software is not able to read an image. So you will need to make sure that you choose to use actual words or letters. So regarding these particular sets of documents, I know that on the first page of each set, it has April 12th, 2021. So I've moved the red box around it, and then I use these little red boxes to size it so that it's smaller. And then that's actually highlighted to show us that each first page is going to have April 12th, 2021 in that position on the pages. Now I click on Next Step. It tells me the number of pages is 6. Then I submit it, which takes us to the Process Documents page. And here we have this little double arrow and a circle here to refresh. So we can refresh this. It takes a few minutes to process sometimes. And as it processes, you're able to see the actual documents down here. So I'm going to actually download these documents, and you will notice that it now has 4 pages because we've added a cover page. Then we have the regular first page, second page, and third page. So now this is actually a 4-page document, but the address and the return address are now in the proper position so that they show properly through the number 10 double window envelope. So that's if you have one file that has multiple documents. Sometimes you may have a file that has the address in the right position and you still want to use Multidoc. And you can use it with one document if you like as well. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to give it a description. Then I'm going to browse and input a file I have. And then I'm going to click Next Step. Now, this is one file that I want to mail, and you can see by the boxes that everything is in the proper position. And because it's in the proper position, you don't want to move these at all, because if you move them, it's going to add a cover page. But if they stay in the same place, then it'll just mail exactly this way and everything will show correctly. I'm going to do next, and this is now one document. So I'm just going to say it's one document and that it's 6 pages. So it shows that down here. Now I'm going to click on Next Step. Then I'm going to click on Submit. Again, it brings us back to our process documents where I'm going to refresh this and give it just a minute to finish processing. Now, normally you probably don't want to sit here and wait on this because it may take a few minutes, but as you can see, here is my document right here. I'm going to open it up, and you can see that this is now my first page. I no longer have a cover page because everything is in the proper position, so this will send one document. Now, I will refresh one more time. And here you can see this is the price. And then off to the right, you can see the number of pages in total documents. Well, that was an overview of our multi-doc function. It's really a great tool that you can use for a lot of different ways. But if you have any questions, though, you can always call our Postal Methods support team. You can also email us at support@postalmethods.com.